the shiny foreheads. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Set up my other phone. Peace, y'all. Welcome. We're making some oil today. Some cream. Give y'all a minute to pop in. We love. Got some cream, y'all. Tis the season. Tis the aging, and the histamine levels kind of drop. The strength of your own antihistamine fighting off things kind of drops. So when you got some itching, skin stuff going on, sometimes you gotta go the holistic way. So we've been making creams and oils for hair, skin, nails for some time now. I need to re-up, so I decided to turn the camera on. See, it's pretty empty. It's for hubby. It helps with anything, eczema, psoriasis, just skin irritations. Most of the healing needs to be within, but if you can help on the outside, we will. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Let me hydrate and grab something to drink. Smoothie in here, so let me do that. Everybody had lunch. Salute to lunch. Smoothie made yesterday for our trip, so I make enough. It's usually a couple of, maybe 3 12-ounce jars. So if I don't use it, if I know I'm not going to use it the next day, I freeze it. So and we will drink this. Salute to everybody pulling up and popping in. Welcome, welcome. Mrs. She said, kitchen medicine cabinet. We're going to be making some cream today. Give you all the information about the what I'm using. You know, so if you are interested in this kind of content, feel free to like, comment after the stream is complete, and share the stream. There's a lot of stuff going on. Antihistamine drops as you get older, and if you're not eating the right things, it's going to be triggered by the chemicals you use to wash your clothes with. Perfumes, dyes, certain materials. And sometimes there's signs that your body is fighting from the inside. So add some healthy nuts, seeds, pumpkin seeds, cashews, pistachios, flaxseed, chia seed. Any of those things sound familiar. It's all natural and it helps the gut fight off some of this stuff. So we're going to make some cream today. Let me see. What do I have? The base is going to be the shea butter, because we want it to be a cream and not like an oil or a lotion. Penetrates the skin for nourishment, hydrates, protects, heals. All right, so we got some shea butter. We're going to do almond oil, avocado oil, castor oil, black castor oil, neem, calendula, coconut, black seed, lemon balm, and some essential oils like tea tree, oregano, pine oil, and maybe a few drops of fennel seed oil. All of this in this cream. Hey, welcome. How are you? Appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Over here, we're healing from the inside and the outside. So I started this channel. We have a multiple. One half of a tribe called Harris. Salute to the tribe who's pulling up and popping in. We also live on Kitchen Medicine Cabinet. So y'all come on over and, got moderation in the house too. Appreciate y'all. Over here, we're going to learn about some healing, naturally. And a lot of the things you can make or create at home. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to melt this down in the pot. See, I got it in glass. We're going to put it over here on the stove. And let this, right? Just to melt it down a little bit. We don't want it completely melted. We really just want it soft. After we whip it and all of that, it has the potential to thicken back up, you know? Hi, how are you? Isaiah, welcome. Appreciate you pulling up, popping in. Time is in the building. How you doing, brother? Lunchtime. Hope all is well with everybody. Hope y'all getting a little sunshine. You know, that vitamin D is important. Sister Red Lipstick Vibes is in the building. CJ is so cool is in the building. Hello. Appreciate you pulling up, popping in. I just put my shea butter. It's not 16 ounces. It may be like 12 ounces. Stick of shea butter. We're going to melt that down a little bit and then add all of the essential oils. Almond oil, neem oil. We got the castor. And I also have the lemon balm and black seed, calendula. We got oregano, the black castor oil, essential oils like tea tree, the North Pine oil, and oregano oil, and a little bit of coconut oil. So all these oils that help feed your body the things that it needs. Because sometimes the over-the-counter stuff doesn't work. You know, the Benadryl and cetrizine loses its effect. And, you know, you're left with itchy skin. Nobody wants that, especially in this season right now. So salute to all my people who are challenged with antihistamine. I'm just saying, a lifetime of popping pills to not experience a lot of symptoms is something most of us don't want to do. So if I can help you today by learning how to heal your skin from that, I'll do that. So I appreciate y'all pulling up, popping in. If it's your first time here, please subscribe. I'm also live on a tribe called Harris, which is a page I share with my husband. And, you know, we got a lot of content over there. It is actually monetized. So if you want to support the tribe, go on over. You know, send a super chat, buy a membership. We here. So appreciate y'all pulling up and popping in for this lunch break. What you eating? What you eating? What you drinking? Tom is in the building. He says salute to everybody. Appreciate y'all. Who else we got in the building? Lucia, hi. Welcome. Appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Go check out the content. If you enjoy what you see, you like the content, you want to learn some more, because I'm growing and we're going to be doing different things all the time. So learning about your body and what to do, you know, to help ease some symptoms or whatever's going on is, you know, crucial right now, because the pharmaceutical stuff don't always work, you know. So that's going to melt down a little bit. While we had this sumu smoothie, it's just bananas, nuts. Well, I got almonds, cashews, pistachios, and flaxseed with some water. Grind it up, a couple of dates, pinch of salt, and that's a sumu smoothie. That's my lunch versus having a big old meal. Dinner is the big old meal. Nourish your body properly. So we're going to let that melt down. And guess what? We got a new family member. We got a new family member. We got a new family member, y'all. We ain't decided on a name yet, but we got a new family member. Okay? So energy is high. I'm just saying, you know. It's always nice to nurture something. Just saying. So, appreciate y'all. Maddie's still finishing up some schoolwork because we also homeschool, having her lunch. Everybody's just chillaxing today. While we make your cream.
Also, something funny happened. So, I'm not trying to say but when I was choosing this, I'm just gonna say Easter because I'm fancy. And his nose like booped to D, so I was like, you know what, let me choose D.
Okay, right. Let me see. What presidents are carved into the face of Mount Rushmore's? Oh, it's just capitalization. Yeah. There you go. Smart cat. He picked the answer for you. It's good to have a classmate. Bless it, bless it. Yeah, we had to go to New York and pick up a kitty from a family member this weekend, so thank you My dear cousin, appreciate you. You're gonna love them up. Here we try to remind ourselves of the things our grandmothers and great grandmothers would have taught us about the natural things around you. Herbs and oils and things like that to heal, the proper things to eat. So I've always felt like we've been misguided on what to eat and what not to eat. So here we are with a lot of symptoms, hard to get it under control. So we learning some stuff. We going back into the kitchen, making the kitchen your hospital, your pharmacy, your medicine cabinet. So, join us to get this knowledge, If you have anything to share, please feel free. Feel free to share. We're like sharing with one another. This is melting down like this. At some point, I'm going to get the swivel camera so it can swivel, right? So you can see what's going on in the pot. I'm going to break it apart a little bit because we don't want it like totally melted, just soft. Even if it is melted, it's fine. It'll still do its job. Like I said, it's going to thicken back up once it sits and still be like a cream. So while that's doing its thing, I can actually combine all the rest of the I had to get rid of all the plastic, some time ago. So now it's a lot of glass. Hey, I say, how are you? Hope all is well. So while we got the shea butter melting in the pot, we're going to add all the rest of the essential oils that we're going to put in here. Just a couple of ounces, that's the base, the shea butter. It's about 12 ounces. I'm going to use like 2 ounces of everything else and 1 ounce. So working with 1 ounce, 2 ounce. You decide what you want to use, okay? But stay about that to where you have 16 and then maybe 12. Well, I did 12, so 12 and then 12 of combined of the others, right? Because you don't need a lot. Okay, a little bit goes a long way, especially when you have so many. Okay, combination of things really, really helps. I don't want to squirt this one too. So since we got 12 ounces of the shea butter softening, we don't really want it melted all the way. It's fine if it does, because we on here. Let's see. It's about 1/8. 1/8 of the almond oil. So we need to re-up. Okay, need to re-up. Good for your skin. That's the almond. Now we got the avocado. Hope y'all can hear me. Welcome, welcome. If you're new here, check out the content. If you enjoy what you see, join us. Never know when we popping up in the kitchen what we gonna learn. This is the avocado oil. This was infused in here. We're gonna do 1/8 of all. We're combining all of these so we can combine it into the shea butter all at one time. Put them to the side as you use them, right? We usually have a checklist, so we have it checked off. Know what we already did. All right, we got the black castor oil. We're only gonna do 2 because this is really thick, y'all. This is really thick. Because I'm gonna use organic castor oil. So we'll do 10 milliliters, about. Let that drip in. That's that black castor. We're gonna do the same 1/8 of the organic castor oil. It's gonna help the skin. So all I'm gonna do is help heal any way I possibly can. Shit, gotta learn some stuff first. So I got this coconut oil. We only need 1 ounce of this, so I'm gonna put it in with the shea so it can melt together. Make music with it. Got coconut castor. Now we're gonna do neem. See, got some neem oil. Same. I'm not gonna do half of that. See, so now it's boiling. I'm just gonna turn it off because it's hot and it just do its thing. It's 1 ounce of the neem oil, just 1 ounce is fine. This will not be for internal use, it is for external use. Calendula oil is another one I created myself. We gotta make some more because it's looking low. It's looking low. Infuse it for about 6 weeks. And do 1 ounce of this as well. Calendula heals tissue. It's a great herb for tea, internal use. All of this can be a lip balm as well. It's good for your whole skin everywhere, not internally though. All right, that was the calendula. Now we got the black seed. Again, this is another 1 ounce. Don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. I'm kind of eye-shotting it. I'm kind of eye-shotting it, y'all. I wrote it down so y'all can at least give you some type of measurements. It's like a 16:8 ratio. But being I only had 12, I'm trying to, balance that. Black seed, and we also infused the lemon balm. This was infused even longer. 1 ounce. That's a nice rich color. I like that. If y'all can see it. Can you see it? That's the homemade lemon balm. We also got oregano and a North Pine. So these are really strong. You kind of use those like the essential oils because you don't need a lot. And I'm gonna do the 2 squirts of the syringe, which is about 10 milliliters each. This is oregano oil infused at home. Laughing at me? This is the North Pine. Pain, arthritis. So all of those main ones. Just rub it. Just rub it out. Fennel seed, also made from home. Infuse it like you have dried fennel seed, pack it, your base oil. All of the base oils is olive oil. Penetrates the skin really good. And this was infused for like a year. So this is pretty good. Also, hair, you can put it in hair, oils and creams as well. This is for skin we're doing today. And again, the same 10 milliliters is enough. If anyone knows tea tree oil, it's minty in it. It smells awesome. 8 to 10 drops. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just saying. I'm just saying. If your skin is irritated by it, you wouldn't use too much, but ours is not. So everything is in this. So in here we have the almond oil, avocado oil. We have organic castor oil. We also got the black castor oil in here. We have neem oil, calendula oil, coconut oil is in there with the shea butter. You go ahead and melt down. Coconut oil gets firm as well. Black seed oil, lemon balm, and a few drops of lemon, not lemon, the fennel seed oil, and drops of tea tree oil, oregano, and pine oil. So look it up, see what these benefits have. We're going to do a class on these herbs. I'm not sure if I want to pick 2 herbs per live, or if I should just do like shorts and talk about each herb, and then maybe do an episode. Because all have some type of medicinal property. And if you know and you're aware, you can use it the proper way. You know, what's best for your body, because everybody's different. Like some people are allergic to coconut oil, so I wouldn't advise using it at all. Some people are allergic to nuts, just nuts, but may not be allergic to seeds, or vice versa. Somebody may be allergic to seeds, but not nuts. It's unique how our bodies work, and there's no one size fits all method. I don't want to waste this oil. Come over here and put it in my hair. There's a lot of hair we don't like to have in the kitchen. You know, sometimes I used to have to wear net stuff because my hair was shedding like crazy. Nobody was hearing it from, you know. That was like the worst thing in this house. I was like, oh no, totally turned off. Don't want to plate. Don't want you to fix another one. I'm done. So definitely had to check that. If I'm the one in the kitchen all the time, guess what I had to do? Wrap the damn hair up while you're cooking. You know, it was me. I'm from where I'm from, so I'll pick it out and keep eating in my hair. Right? That's just me though. But everybody ain't like that. So consideration is very important in a family and a marriage. And if you ain't got that, then it probably won't last. I'm just being honest. Okay? So this is melted down. Probably which, because you know the heat doesn't bother me. It's not that hot. It cooled down. Y'all saw me turn it off. So we just gonna combine. I might want to put it in a different bowl to use my mixer, because we want to whip it good. So these are all the other oils that I'm putting into the shea. And if I wanted it to get firm faster, I'll just mix it up and put it in the refrigerator, let it cool, it'll firm up real quick, and then I'll take the mixer and mix it, you know, to where I'm whipping it. And it's all whipping in there together. Whip it, girl. Whip it. Don't be afraid to hit that like button and subscribe. All welcome. If you want to donate to the channel support, you know, go over to a tribe called Harris, monetize over there, and we accept whatever donations. You want to be a member? Check out all the content over there. It smells pretty good. I like it. A lot of people would add a lot of other essential oils, but I think the perfume and a lot of those things, if it's not, you know, something natural, I wouldn't recommend. Because you don't know how it's going to affect your skin, irritate it. So just the healing stuff. Vinaigrette is a really strong smell, so I kind of avoid putting that in this. But those are good to boil down. And once it's boiled down, you mix it and it'll turn into like a lotion kind of consistency. It's really smooth. It nourishes the body. Even if you want to just coat your whole body and then shower and let it, you know, nourish the skin, you can do that good too. But it's definitely a strong smell. Middle Eastern folks will smell like vinaigrette walking around. I'm just saying. Kind of emulates curry to some degree. And mine's no sense. That's what I'm saying. It's a pretty color. Okay. So we're going to put some, I got the tops for these. So we'll put the top on it, let it firm up. I got a little information to share with y'all if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Which top is for this? Nope, too small. So I'm gonna put that. Okay, we're gonna put this in the refrigerator. You finished that workbook stuff?
Not the entire pages.
So it has some workbook pages and some cursive to work on. In 6th grade homeschool. Cursive, baby. It's gotten much better. Like, your writing is like really nice. I'm really, really proud of you. Because you wouldn't believe how many seniors are graduating from high school and they don't know how to write. You know, they get to the essay part where you do have to write it out. Yeah, you ate all yours? I didn't really want it. The smoothie is fulfilling. I'm just saying. I've been asked how to suppress the, if you want to call it munchies, but a lot of people snack. A lot, how do you suppress it? And the only thing I can say is hydrate. You got to drink through it, right? You'll feel that hunger pain a little bit. Drink through it, and something nourishing.
I start to breathe heavy when I'm like really hungry.
You're trying to breathe it out, girl. You can give you something to sip. Something. There's always hydration in there. We made some fresh grape juice, pineapple juice, cranberry. My smoothies and green juice. So green juice is really good for your gut. Check out a couple of other episodes I've done already, doing it in the kitchen. So showing you how to get it done. It saves a lot of money. Now that I see that they sell it, like the shots of health, you know, it's a lot. It gets expensive. So spending $20 with some fresh produce and juicing it or smoothieing it yourself, it is cost efficient. A bag of pumpkin seeds. I mean, if you go in big bulk like Sam's Club or something like that, you can get a nice big bag for maybe $13, $15. Your local stores, they might be a little expensive, but find like a herbal store or a Middle Eastern store where they sell it, probably be a little cheaper. I get my bags for maybe like $3, $4, and it's probably, I be getting rid of my bags. Maybe 16 ounces. And that's not bad. That's the pumpkin seed jar. Fights parasites and all that good shit. Whenever you hear, do a little research. You know, see what's up. So that's cooling off. I got everything in there. Yep. Everything's in it. Gotta make sure my baby got his cream because it's looking empty. Okay. Got a package coming for you, sis. Ew, what you don't like? What you don't like? I understand. Most people are not equipped to understand eating healthy. You probably don't do the CMOS either. So here we learn about all that. There's a lot of vitamins and minerals in here. You can just grind it down to a powder, put it in your smoothies and your drinks. A little bit goes a long way. Half a teaspoon, if that. You know, start off light. Be mindful. It's a lot of iodine in it, so be careful. If you have overload of iodine in your body, you wouldn't want to consume too much. This is CMOS, and this is purple CMOS. These carry a lot of minerals and vitamins your body needs, most of them. So even a teaspoon in some food in the day, after you boil it down overnight, let it soak, rinse it off, let it soak overnight, and blend it up. It turns into like a consistency of applesauce. You know, it really doesn't have a taste. You can add any type of fruit you want to it or whatever. Lasts for maybe 6 months if it's well sealed in the refrigerator. And, you know, a teaspoon a day can go a long way for you. You get 92 out of the 102 vitamins and minerals that your body needs. So, you know, it's just one note. Do your own research. Sea moss, dried sea moss from St. Lucia. This is from St. Lucia. We took a trip to New York this weekend and I was able to pick it up. So pretty happy. It does look disgusting. And to most it tastes disgusting, but for good health, that's what we're gonna do. And if you don't like the content to hear about good health, you don't have to be here. You ain't gotta listen. You really don't, but don't ruin it for others. I was the same way, ill green. I don't like that. Ugh, what's that? Ugh, look nasty. Ugh, taste nasty. Okay. So your body need it. Tell your body need it. So salute to anybody who's on a journey of knowing what their body needs and giving it to them. I'm gonna put all my oils up because I just made my husband some healing oil cream for the skin. Natural. You don't buy it from the store. We make it. Put some natural healing oils together and boom, bam. Yes, baby. Rest. That's what babies do. They play a lot, they eat, they drink, they poop, and then they go to sleep. And then they wake up and they play a lot more and they want to be entertained, and then they eat and they poop and they go back to sleep. So we got a little 1-month-old kitty, I appreciate you stopping in though, I'll be here when you do hear about some stuff and it's like, damn, this lady was talking about it. And I was like, ugh. I get it. It's okay. I'm not offended, boo. Not at all. I'm about reclaiming the information that was lost. So I'm always here to try to teach something. And not everybody wants to be taught. Not everybody wants to hear it. So I understand that. I'm very keen with understanding. I'm just saying. Give me a second. Just put my arms back. Thank you, oils. You were very helpful. Yes, baby. Maybe if we still live when the baby kitty wakes up, I'll let y'all meet him. Throw some suggestions in for a name. He's all black, kind of looks like get him in the sun real good, like a deep dark burgundy. So I'm just saying, yeah, it's something. Everybody's a little in love right now, so it's okay. So I got a package coming for sis. I actually picked up one of these for a friend of ours. So it's coming to you, brother. I think I'm gonna grind some down into a powder for you and also make it and leave you some dry and maybe come over and show you how to make the rest yourself. So next time maybe we can get some of the ladies to make that stuff. Let's see how it's cooling. Cream. All right, it's cooling. It's not ready yet, though. It's not ready yet. I gotta get an ice cream maker because I miss ice cream. And everybody eats ice. They don't eat it, gluttonously, but they do eat it. So when I see it, I'm like, I miss it. And just making it with the processor takes too long. So I want to get me one of them machines. So Christmas is coming. I'm just saying, Body is so unique. I wish I need to go online so I can answer some of the questions that I've seen today. It's a lot of lady support needed. Perimenopause, pre-menopause. Well, perimenopause, girls are in. I don't even think we have ever been taught that. You're in premenopausal. So we kind of got that mixed up. Perimenopause is before menopause, before even pre-menopause. So when a girl starts to be menstruating, I think that's the frame and term for it naturally, being in Premenopause is right before menopause, when you're fluctuating and your period is stopping for a few months and coming back and stuff, till you have reached that 12 month of not having a menstrual, you would just be labeled menopause. And if it stays gone, you're postmenopause. So that concept is a little off, I would say. Just noticing the signs of when it's happening. Listening to your body is important, and that's what we try to teach here. So the only way to heal yourself is by you knowing what's happening, understanding what's happening. So if we don't understand, it makes it kind of hard. So I just want to bring a little clarity. I don't claim to know it all at all, but I was a girl. I'm almost 50, so I've been here a long time. An abundance of friends, abundance of communities, abundance of elders, doing a lot of reading, teaching daughters, homeschooling this last one. So talking about reproduction, growing from a girl to a woman, started, really giving a lot of contacts, maybe second grade. As soon as we started second grade, just learning to understand the body and listening to it, because the hormones start fluctuating and it's so unclear. And when hormone estrogen is beginning in a young girl and the progesterone hasn't, boosted itself yet, that's when the somber and the misery and just the unhappiness as a young girl starts to kick in, on top of just environmental stuff coming from whatever home you're coming from. It ain't always an easy upbringing, so it may make it a little trying at times. Just saying. I'm just being light. But before they were hospitals and pharmacies full of pharmaceutical drugs, we had herbs. We ate a little different. Food wasn't as processed. So the process is causing a lot of issues. And that's a lot of what we talk about here. Either you want to know or you don't. And if you do, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and join us when I go live. You never know what I'm going to be talking about. Understanding those stages. I think I wanted to come in today because my Facebook people. So let me pull that up. Because it's a cry out. It's not even just like, give me some recommendations. Some of the posts be straight up cry out. So I absolutely understand, because I was there and I was going to the doctor and they was acting like I was crazy. So I'm sure a lot of other women may have been through that as well. So salute to y'all trying to still be strong out here, because that's what they told us to do. And it stops us from being vulnerable and asking for help, which can become problems later. Learned very early, a closed mouth won't get fed. And it's something my husband and I used to say to the children when they were young, and continued throughout it. Better speak up for yourself. Better speak up for yourself. If y'all hear jazz playing in the back, that's 1,000 watts radio. Say hi, y'all. It's Melanie. I was eating peanut fudge. I was eating sumo smoothie. This is our new family member. I like it under here.
Kind of brown.
Love and abundance in here, y'all. Oh, y'all here? Where you going? Hmm? Where you going? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Look at the little foot. Look at the little foot.
Keeping up under Maddie too. Maddie got a new classmate.
That's you.
She got a new classmate, y'all. So what you think of a name? Throw some suggestions in there. Hit super chat, and let us know. Give some suggestions. I'm just saying. You want to go back to your life? Say hi to everybody.
Be scared.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna give you back to Maddie. Oh, you don't want a kitty? You don't want a kitty? Wait too tickled over here. He got a condo towel.
That's Hubby's condo.
Yeah. Okay, you gotta go. All right. I know you comfy. You too high up? You feel too high up? And he did great riding 3.5 hours from in New York. So where you going? Where you
He's
going?
telling me you big.
Where you going? Trying to see what's behind me? Looking for Maddie? Yeah, go on, Maddie. Go with Maddie. It's okay. Oop. Really? It's okay. He ain't hurting me. You don't want to come. He says it's too high up, Mommy. It's too high up. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we'll go back over here. Y'all do the school work. Working on cursive. Aww. He said, why you showing me off? Why you showing me off, lady? What's wrong with you? What we making for dinner? Today's Monday. We had some good food yesterday in the city. What's the rest of this smoothie? Let's put it in here. That was the rest of it. All right. It's a lot of wisdom to be shared, A lot of challenging times, stages. There's opportunities to thrive, though. It is. Far too often, the women into these stages without clarity, and that can be very stressful. And then blame themselves or think it's all genetic. We got to take some blame, right? And we don't know, it's our job or responsibility to look for and seek the knowledge that we're searching for and in need of. Sometimes it's hard. So I understand that. So let's be clear, genetics does matter, right? But how we live and lived, what we ate, what we eat, how we moved, how we manage stress, how we treated our gut, hormones determine how graceful or painful we transition, men and women. We're all hormonally driven. We're not aware of that and how it affects us through these stages. So, it's important to find clarity. We're all different. Every man and woman, we're all quite unique. Your timeline may shift. Observation is your superpower. So being observant of yourself is your superpower. And many of the times, a lot of these symptoms are definitely caused by the gut. The disconnect between the gut hormones, and it's caused by the food you eat. things you're ingesting, chemicals that you're putting on your body and in your clothes, just weren't taught. So the more awareness you are, maybe you can eliminate some of the things that you're doing to find relief. That's my first suggestion. Eliminating some stuff, soda, sugar, too much processed food. Add in the clean foods, whole foods, organic fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts. Those things are important. They kind of were frowned upon growing up to some degree. Yeah. So the gut health is a foundation for every stage. If the gut is screwed up, it's going to be hard to, take in any supplements and any of these things. Just compounding, causing your organs to even struggle more. It's just my opinion, You can look it up and do some research about the gut and hormones. But if you have a healthy gut, kind of helps equal out, gives you the proper estrogen metabolism, progesterone balance, and cortisol regulation if the gut is healthy. In the poor gut, we're going to feel inflammation, it worsens the hot flashes, the mood swings, and bloating, and more. Poor gut is going to worsen any symptom you have, and there's abundance of them. But when we get the gut healthy, those symptoms may lessen, decrease. So there's some tips, practical tips, just track your digestion comfort. Track your bloating, track your bowel regulating. Track your energy. This is your window into your hormonal state. You got to pay attention to all these things. Foods that support your gut and hormones. You may not want to hear it, but it's what it is, Leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, the broccolis and the cauliflowers and celeries, and root vegetables, okay? And fermented foods. They had to ferment the food back in the day so it could last, right? Sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir. Sauerkraut, I'm going to try. Everybody else eats it. Kimchi and kefir, I'm not too familiar with, but I do see it in the store. Bits they're like probiotics or prebiotics. So I eat other things that have those safety nets on it, being fermented. Healthy fats, avocados, olives. I don't eat olives. I'll try it, but avocados, coconut, seeds, and nuts, eat an abundance of those. So get the healthy fat. Anti-inflammatory herbs and spices. Got some turmeric, some ginger, cinnamon, cardamom. These things help. If you use the turmeric, you gotta use a pinch of pepper. It enhances it. Okay, fiber foods, oats and lentils and quinoa, chia seeds. Soak them first because they'll, probably dehydrate you because they swell up. So it's going to take all the moisture in your belly. Dehydrate them first. Hydrate them first by soaking them in water or leaving them overnight in your yogurt. They'll swell up. It's really good for you. Food by the stages. So your stages is perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. I don't know why they have that like that. Because it would be pre-menopause. And perimenopause is your whole menstrual cycle before you start premenopause. So in perimenopause, you want to stabilize your cycles, because that's probably the first sign. Most will notice some cycles, man. And reduce PMS all through this phase, right? That's the focus. And the recommended foods, again, will be the leafy greens, berries, all the berries, whole grains, flaxseed, chia seeds, lentils. Okay. Herb allies, got some allies in your herbs. Raspberry leaf. Sis. What other ones? You know what it is. Raspberry leaf, nettle, dandelion, red clover. These things are really good to help with those PMS symptoms, stabilizing your cycles. Be consistent. Don't just do it as soon as your menstrual start. Like, you have to be consistent. Hydrate your body. 1 or 2 cups of tea a day. It really will help. If you're at your wit's end, try it, right? But it's not going to hurt you. That's all I'm saying. This menopause is something unique. So in this phase, you definitely want to focus on stabilizing and reducing the hot flashes, heat spurts, maintain your bone and heart health, because a lot of those things deplete quickly. And all of this is happening if you're not nourishing your body properly. You may be experiencing some nutrient deficiency, which is going to cause a lot of issues. Seeing a lot of posts today about tingling in the fingers and hands and stiff joints. A lot of that is nutrient deficient. Doctors are not taught nutrition. So, they'll give you a list to say, hey, you got to eat more fiber or more protein, and they'll just give you a chart and send you on your way. But knowing how to eat these things is something you must learn and practice, okay? And be consistent. So in that phase, we want to help reduce those hot flashes and maintain the bone and heart health. The recommended foods: cruciferous vegetables, okay? You got the fatty fish, sweet potatoes, nuts and seeds. Your herbal allies will definitely be, that black cohosh, red clover, chamomile, peppermint, with even the ones that we said prior for Perry. All of them are still good in menopause as well. So in the stage of postmenopause, your focus is definitely going to be all of the first 2, plus supporting bone density, heart health, gut, and hormone balance. This is where everybody is right now, in distress, in a lot of distress. So that's the focus, that's where it's going to be in that phase, on top of others, if that's what your environment created. The recommended foods, of course, would be the dark leafy greens, legumes, fermented foods to stabilize the gut, healthy fats. Your herb allies, teas, ashwagandha, nettle, turmeric, ginger, chamomile. All these are helpful. And look them up when you hear the name. If you're not familiar with anything, it's a Google search. It's a Safari search. Use your search engine. Go to your local stores where they have, some herbal books. If you know Five Below, if they have it in your community, they have a lot there. So check it out. And they're $5. So the daily practices by stage, definitely some practices we should practice. If you practice, you become good at it. If you don't practice, you won't know how to do it. That's all. You won't be consistent, and you will continue the same cycles that you're in. The stage of perimenopause, you need movement. Always, through all of them. So starting from the first, everything above will continue through these 3 phases. Okay. Yoga, walking, light strength training, just holding something and doing just adding a little something to the stretch. It's not about speed and burning calories unless you're in the process of trying to lose weight. Journaling, cycle tracking your cycle, self-reflection, because you got to be keen in knowing when was your last menstrual, when is it coming, how close are they coming together now? Is it 28-day cycles? Is it 20? Is it coming down to like 18, 15 days? You get it twice a month. Those are all signs to pay attention to. And your body focus and mind should absolutely be self-reflecting on all of it, even from your earlier days up until this point. That stage of menopause, man. Movement, strength training, walking, stretching in the bed before you get up, stretching in the bed before you go to bed. A lot of these things open up your hips, the hip thrusts, all of these things, because in that menopause, your bones is going to change, your joints are going to change, you're going to feel it, it's going to hurt, and trying to subdue it with a painkiller is not gonna help long term. Made it hurt. So breath work, learning how to breathe. That was hard for me. A lot of anxiety was happening, not realizing, panic attacks, not even realize it's happening until it's happening, and that's scary. So learning that breath work is important. Meditation and stress management. Manage stress. We need to have a whole episode on that. How? How do you manage stress? We'll talk about it. Okay? But that's the main focus when it comes to menopause. And manage that stress, because it'll send the symptoms worse. Postmenopause, your movement, low impact exercise. You don't need the vigorous, craziness. It's low impact because you don't want to hurt anything. The bones are thinning. You don't want to break a hip. You don't want to break a knee or ankle or wrist. You don't want to do any of that. So low impact exercise. Do things at home. You don't have to pay for no big old membership. Sit in a chair, find the old school 50 and up workout. I had to go back to that because I was in so much distress that I couldn't just jump into doing no vigorous. So now I'm in this post-menopause stage. I don't even have to do that. All I need to do is low impact exercise. Okay, balance and strength. Balancing yourself. The 1 foot. Those basic things, because it's strengthening the bones. It's helping. Mindfulness is important. Got to practice the mindfulness, community connection. If you're disconnected from the community as we start to age, it causes some depression because we have no connection, especially if you lost the connection to your direct family. Now you have to build a family. You got to build a tribe and a village. How are you going to do that if you're not in it? Providing your time with other people in your community. And I mean, it's not going to knock at your door. So you got to do a little bit of the work. Self-care rituals. Have some rituals of self-care, even if it's the Epsom salt bath with candles and, roll you a joint or something to relax. It is what it is. Those things are very calming. It's mindfulness. So, the same principles do apply. It's not a one-size-fits-all. You have to be observant. You have to be able to adjust, and you have to self-teach. you gotta self-teach. I'm sorry. Just looking for answers everywhere it can be very complicated because you know your body best. So getting little bits and pieces from everywhere can cause even more stress. So your body speaks to you, and you must listen to it. You must listen to it. We say, who do you tell the truth to? You would think that you would go to a doctor and tell the truth, but most people don't. I don't know why I got this big, because you eat too much. We eat too much, more than what we're supposed to. And it's not even like healthy fats and healthy carbs and healthy protein and healthy fiber. Everything is empty. So your body is getting empty nutrients and it's responding, So just a little bit more mindfulness may create some relief. That's all I'm saying. It's not a one size fits all. Herbs and teas for hormone support. We're just going to go through this quickly. Raspberry leaf. All right. It supports uterine health. It regulates cycles. Raspberry leaf. Be consistent. You got the nettle leaf. It has an amazing amount of mineral richness to it. Okay. It supports blood and hormones. The red clover, ladies, is the phytoestrogen. Eases hot flashes and supports bone health. Who doesn't want that? So you hear the names, raspberry, these things are red, red clovers, they grow outside. I don't know if you guys ever seen them, but when the spring starts to come in, look in your community, they grow. They grow where the dandelions grow. They all, they cut the grass and they grow right back. So if you're out in the community and you see them, get them. Let them sit on your window and try out. Now you have your own red clovers. I'm just saying, full of phytoestrogen. Okay. And it won't over dominate. You know, it won't cause you to be estrogen dominant. It'll help to balance what's going on in there with the estrogen. And the black cohosh supports menopausal symptoms, relief, hot flashes, mood. It really does. Chamomile, lemon balm calms the nervous system. It supports sleep as well as stress. Ashwagandha, that's my buddy. Ashwagandha supports adrenal health, hormone regulation, and energy. So this is something I need because the only way I'm getting hormone support is through my adrenal glands because I have no reproductive system. So be mindful of that. You have no reproductive system, you're not getting any type of hormonal fluctuation from that. Ovaries, sorry, it's gone. So the adrenal gland. So imagine if it's dysfunctional, which a lot of us are walking around with this gland not being functioning to its best capacity. You're done? Nice, good job. Make sure you hydrate. And it's going to cause a lot of issues. So I absolutely see the benefits of adding. You can, yep. Maybe a half a teaspoon to my smoothies in the day, and the smoothie makes 2 big cups. So if I have one in the morning, one in the evening, I got my whole day of consumption. Yes, take them up with you. He's up. We'll bring him over and say hello. You want to see the kid? We need a name. We got a baby. We got a baby. That was the ashwagandha. ASHWAGANDHA. Look in. You can put me out. Just tell me. And say hi to everybody. Hi. What's going on, buddy? Huh? We talking about the phases and hormone support. Okay? Mm-hmm. Do a little dance. Boop, boop, boop. Do a little dance. Okay, she's gonna go up and do some work on a Chromebook. You taking them with you? You look like you got a little stripe too. Like the stripes going across. You cold, you shaking? It's too high up here? Yeah, go with Maddie. Go with Maddie. You should take something to drink. He's so beautiful. Thank you, Daddy. I was trying to bring home 2. I really was. Daddy was like, And you want 2? Like, yeah. Wanted them to have a buddy. Just saying. So, we see how it goes. We see how it goes. Because my cousin having litter after litter. I'm just saying. All right. But that was that ashwagandha. All right. Definitely helps support the adrenal health, hormone regulation, and energy. All right. Y'all see me with the energy. Lord have mercy. We hopped up on the ashwagandha. Another herb and root, turmeric and ginger. Turmeric and ginger. Anti-inflammatory, and it supports the gut and liver detox. So this is something I just take maybe 2 slices and add it to the water. And it should be in glass. It shouldn't even be in that. Cut it. One's orange. This is the ginger. A couple slices in the water, and then infuses into the water. So you're getting it that way too. It's definitely going to help your gut before dinner, after dinner, digestion, all of that. So be mindful of the hydration. And all these herbs you could just add to water. You don't have to have a tea like it'll infuse. If you make a big batch the night before and you sip it all throughout the day, it's going to have to, you're going to reap the benefits. That's all I'm saying. So rotate your herbs based on your stages and symptoms and personal reaction. So pay attention to your personal reaction and rotate them as such. If it has helped with the hot flashes, if it's helped you feel less, strain and pressure in your bones and your knees, like use it accordingly. No more than 2 cups a day. So just, ration it out and be mindful of how it's affecting you. The self-teaching principle. This is hard. We do a lot of teaching in here, and I've had years of having to tell our children that I'm willing to teach you everything. The world is going to teach you, so be willing to be a good student, scholar. You have to be able to be teachable and self-taught. I can't tell you what to comprehend and summarize give me context to a full-on book that you read. You have to be able to do that. You have to be able to do that. So just encouraging them to, be self-taught is something that's crucial. Because you're going to live more of their life as an adult than they are a child. And if we're constantly forcing our teaching on them, then how are they going to learn outside of us? So that's something to consider. So being self-taught, tracking your cycles is you, it's yours, and you should know. Yeah. So tracking cycles, the symptoms, and the energy that is accompanied with it. It's tell. Right? I did another show explaining the hormones and how they affect you. So if you know what's happening to your body, you can tell which hormone is maybe too much, too high, too low, off balance, or fluctuating way too much. And so many teas can help you balance that out. That raspberry leaf and red clover are two of the greatest ones. I'm just saying, in my opinion. You can do some research. If you like what you're hearing, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on over and join the kitchen medicine cabinet with Mr. She Said. Come on over to A Tribe Called Harris, where we have an abundance of original content. He Said, She Said, Love and Abundance, and Promote Conscious Parenting. Shame Sunday and Cerebro Saturday. A lot of great content for quite some years now. So this is a new channel, Kitchen Medicine Cabinet, where we are relearning, informing ourselves, teaching others to pay attention so they can do what their body needs to not have so many issues. Again, the self-teaching principle of observing how foods, herbs, sleep, stress, and movement affect you. Adjust gradually. Some things you can't do cold turkey. It's not like quitting cigarettes. I'm just saying. So adjust gradually. Small, consistent actions over time have the biggest impact. Small, consistent actions over time have the biggest impact. And remember, you are the expert of your body. You should be. You should be the expert. You should absolutely be the expert in your own body. Doctors guide you, not lead you. They shouldn't lead you. They should absolutely guide you. And they've been doing a poor job doing that. I'm just saying, if you got you a good one, salute to him or her. But at this point in my 40 years, it ain't been good. So it's my opinion. Healing is not about perfection. It's about awareness, action, and trusting in yourself. Trusting that you're going to do the right thing for you. Once you know, you should do better. If you don't know, you should be willing to go and learn and be self-taught to some degree. So from the first menstruation to the post-menopause, your body has been teaching you. You've been listening? If not, it's time to start. All right? The gut, the womb, the hormones, and your emotional wisdom all speak if you listen. They speak to you if you listen. Okay? So your transition through perimenopause, menopause, and beyond does not have to be a struggle. It don't have to be a struggle. It can be a time of clarity, of power, and self-reclamation. You got to reclaim your own self, with wisdom. It's definitely powerful, and it feels like it added an extra boost of confidence. I'm just saying. So reclaim the village within yourself, know your body, nourish your gut, honor your hormones, and teach yourself what no one else will. All right? Teach yourself what no one else will. And that's where it's at with that. A little bit of clarity. I hope it helps. Sometimes you got to take notes if you have to watch it a couple of times. I may talk fast. I am from New York. Just saying. Yeah, let's check on this cream. See if they're done. Got cooler so we can whip it. Let's see, it was oil, right? Yeah. I'm going to put it in here. 2 to 1,000 watts. Radio. I'm going to use the hand mixer and mix this up. You're going to whip it. We ain't going to mix it. You're going to whip it. Whip it good. I'm also t-shirts by Nikki. I create shirts and custom-made hats and shoes and things like that. Tell me what you want. I'll get up for you. Family reunions and things like that. You know, bridal party, community events, all of it. I like personalized stuff. Yeah, that turned up good. Even though we're going to get off this, though. We ain't going to waste nothing. Okay. Sound like some 90s hip-hop playing back there. It smells good. I smell the tea tree oil. You know, if someone is having, like, you know, antihistamine issues where, you know, they having itching and stuff like that, like putting scents and, you know, stuff, you gotta avoid it. Too much chemicals in a lot of this stuff. And it's definitely hormone disruptors in the plastic, in the food, in the processed food. So if your hormones is disrupted, it's probably because of the food and the things we put on our body, the lotion, the bath. Just think about it. If a lot of things started happening when you've been wearing a whole bunch of Bath and Body Works, or what's the other one? You know, all those stores that sell all those special scents and, you know, cream this and vanilla that, and strawberry and guava, and, you know, it's so much chemicals in it, and it's causing hormone disruption because girls in their 20s shouldn't be having total hysterectomies because they're dying of pain. They shouldn't. FDA allowing all these products on the market, and they are disrupting hormones, immune systems, and we don't know. We trust them blindly. I'm not trying to preach to anybody, but I just want you to know none of it's safe. None of it. So if you are a person who has been experiencing a lot more over the last 10 years, and just notice some of the products that you have in your house that you've been consuming, okay? Your skin is the biggest organ you have, and anything you put on it will affect it. So that was something big that we learned here in this house. The chemical, deodorant, just all of it. Aerosol. I'm going to use this in weapons, so I want to see. We're going to keep that. Waste not, want not. And if I didn't have y'all on here, it would have been done much longer. I'm just saying. So it's really not that time consuming. It's not cutting into my prep for dinner, none of that. Maddie's 6th grade. She did some self-learning today. Tomorrow we'll buckle down with me in her face. I'm just saying. I think the kitty is definitely going to help, you know, put a lighter spin on school, you know, 6th grade, and having a study buddy. So our other cat was definitely a clown, and he made, you know, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, summer 5th grade really, really enjoyable. Just saying. All right, let's get the hand mixer. just want to do, whip it. Oh, whip it good. Feel free to donate to the channel, become a member. A tribe called Harris. Pop in, check out some of that original content. Gave a lot of lessons, tips, strategies on, building confident, resilient, grateful, kind children. Attempting and trying to, keep a family together. If you want to hear about it, you want to check it out, go check out the content. I'm just saying. We here though. Nothing's safe. That's right, sis. Tell them. I'm just, I'm just talking. I'm just Rick. I'm just talking. So we're gonna whip it good. Whip it good. We've been together. January 1st will be 28 years together, and has always been a consistent routine to oil each other's backs at night before we get into bed. That middle part where some of us can't get to. I'm just saying. So intimacy is something as simple as that, I would say. I'm just saying. Look at that. I see it. Don't waste it. That whipped up really nice. Look at that. And some of us who have like joint pain and stuff like this, you can add turmeric powder. I'm just saying, it will absorb into your skin and help with the inflammation. It's not an instant, but your body will absorb it. That's all I'm saying. So I have separate like pain oils for myself that has, the turmeric in it. Ooh, that smells nice. Yeah. All right, we whipped it up. That's just left over right there. We'll add it in. Scoop that in there. Thank y'all for joining me. If you're new here, look at that. That's that cream right there, baby. Once you put it in your hand, it softens up, warms your hand up, and everything melts right in your hand. That made a lot. Make your own whipping butter. What's up? What's up? International Quiet Storm. I don't know if y'all know I got a new page. Kitchen Medicine Cabinet. Mr. She said we open the kitchen. I'm making some anti-itch cream with all natural oils, and shea butter, and essential oil, nothing with fragrance, tea tree oil. So it's kind of minty. Besides that, everything is organic. I'm putting it on my legs. I don't want to waste. I want to waste the oil. Skin's so soft. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So we make this for the mister. You know, as you age, you lose the antihistamine that your body has to fight off environmental allergies. So noticing that his skin feels itchy and stuff like that, I had to create some cream. First it was like an oil, and I'm like, let's do like a cream base. I'd rather do that. So the shea butter is going to help the body to absorb it all. Coconut oil, almond oil, neem oil, just some good stuff. So if you rewind to the beginning, I gave the recipe. I'm just saying, trying to share, do what works for you, but learn about the oils so you know what your body needs specifically. Is that over-the-counter hydrocortisone? If that shit ain't working, something going on. So on top of us healing internally, we're also healing externally. I infuse a lot of oils too. I don't sell any products, haven't manufactured anything to sell any products. I'm teaching you can make it yourself. I'd rather teach a man how to fish. It's all in the Bible. I'd rather teach a man how to fish than to constantly go catch the fish and bring it for you. All right? The skills that I teach you can last forever, and you can teach yours. That's what the village is. I teach you, you teach yours. That's all I want, I just made an oregano tincture. It's still baking. Nice job. That's a good one. And if you make it yourself, it's even more potent than I'm sure what you're buying in the store. So a little bit goes a long way. It's just certain things. I have a ginger extract that 1 drop. If I use it, I'll put 1 drop in my water, and hopefully it's helping. But I did like the whole syringe one time. So I was like, whoo, that ginger extract ain't no joke. I've been cloud watching your kitchen cabinet streams. I appreciate any watch. Okay, thank you for the support. Very informative and taking great notes. Keep going, please. I will. I started it because of the support groups I'm on Facebook. That's the most of my feed. I rarely get my friends and family no more. Sorry, y'all. I rarely get them anymore. So everything is people in distress, especially with the stage of life, ladies. I'm sorry. We've just been misguided and misinformed. So womanhood is not a problem. We just don't have clarity. We think we know so much. Many don't know shit. I'm just saying. That's Shame Sunday. That's another day. We're not doing that here. We're just trying to inform, but I think that's something that should be something to be reflected on. Most of us don't have any clarity to our bodies. We know about getting a period and the moods and stuff, but actually knowing what's happening with the hormones and how to balance it and get it right, aligned even, you are your best detective. So, and we can't depend on the pharmaceutical place. I think the other, what's today? Maybe Friday, the news was on, and they were talking about the FDA. They've always been wrong. They've always been wrong. They're not proactive. They're reactive. And as long as they put it on the label that this product can possibly kill you, they'll put it on the market. Like that's something what's going on here? We shouldn't be on the market. Allowing all the dyes in the food for 20, 30 years. Our kids have an amazing, we had such an increase of autism. Like a lot of it is the ignorance and the fault of, the manufacturers, and there's no regulating, and it's sad. So she said, after my oregano, I'm going to make some fireside. I will keep you posted. Look, I did a show. I talked about it. I think I talked that whole episode and didn't even make the fireside, but I wound up making it. And it's percolating. So it's about a month. Luckily, we've been healthy. So I'm like, I should have made it at the beginning of the year for this winter, but everybody's been pretty healthy. So we're pretty lucky. It smells amazing. My hands are too slippery. Guess what? I got a husband to go and get it. They're talking to me. Thank you. Let me see. Oh my God, it smells so good. So I put a little bit of honey and more molasses. Then I did the honey. That's what I did, but it's good. Turmeric. We got onion. We got rosemary, tarragon, ginger, orange peel, lime peel, a lot of turmeric. I got the black peppercorn in here. And it's just doing its thing, you know, you just let it do its thing. So we're lucky nobody's been really sick. But I'm very proud of this cream. And we're going to go one night without it, because it definitely helps. I had to create our own detergent. That helps. I got it's an elimination process. So if all of these things don't work, while we're doing all of this, we are using things to detox the liver. Because if all fails, then something's going on with your liver. All right, so wifey, we ain't got all that. We got dandelion roots. We got healthy pumpkin seeds. We're gonna get it right. We got nourishment. We just gotta use it the right way. And there's no one size fits all. So be mindful. All right, that's the other jar. That's the other one. Flatten it down. So this is when we keep upstairs. Time to oil up at night after shower to where your skin is moist and open. And if you're just not hydrating your body by putting water on it, that's not good either. Your body needs water. The skin needs water. Okay? So even if you're, as we get older, some people don't bathe. I'm not even gonna hold you. The elders, you know, every other day or something, soak your feet. Y'all are taking care of elders and you're not helping them soak their feet. I'm coming and knocking on your door. You want me to come knock on your door? You ain't got a foot soak. Epsom salt. Pour it in there. They got lavender smell. Sports for joints. I'm just saying. Hydration is important. That Epsom salt is good. Works for you. Get more magnesium too, so it's helping. You know, consistency is key. Consistency is key. Now this don't have to be refrigerated because it's pretty cool in this house, so this will just stay like this. We need to refill this, we'll go for this. This will probably last maybe 2 weeks. This one probably last 2 weeks. I think it was about 2 weeks. So let's put this on our shelf. You know, so a lot of the stuff is really not that hard. Made it to NY. Sea moss from St. Lucia. And we got the purple sea moss from St. Lucia. I gotta do some more research on this one. I'm probably not gonna soak it down to ingest at this point, but there's so many other ways to use it. But after I do my research, we'll grind it down and probably add smoothies here and there. Too much of anything is harmful. Too much of anything is harmful. So you have to, you know, fluctuate and rotate your herbs, you know, rotate the things that you're doing. So, because I have a habit of OCD, I have a habit of, you know, if it tastes good, I'll do the green juice every morning. Sometimes I got to skip out and do something else. Okay, switch it up a little bit. So I got one bag for a friend who's in need of some minerals. So we're going to prepare some for that friend. Make sure they get it. The kids is out. I hear some screaming. Ain't no snow. Y'all got snow? You got some snow? I want to build a snowman. I want to build a snowman. I hear the kids. I hear them. So that was the cream, y'all. We talked a little bit about the different stages and phases of the pauses. Pause. Perimenopause, premenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. sadly to say, a lot of the symptoms we experience is, I don't want to say our fault to some degree. Fault, right? So if you're ingesting the things that's not conducive to your body, it is kind of your fault. So be mindful of how what you're eating is affecting you and try not to eat it. So, chips, the sugar, the overload of sugar and cream in my coffee, late night snacking, not hydrating enough water. I don't eat meat, so not getting enough protein with foods, enough fat, healthy fat, and good carbs, not empty carbs. You don't want the empty carbs. And a lot of what I was doing, even with my little thin self. So, being mindful of that. We got a little person. We raised 3 grown kids, but we still have a little person. So I want to be around. I'm just saying. And she's going to be a woman one day. So who best to learn from? Me. So I got to model the behavior. I got to show them that it's not a problem being a woman. We go through phases and stages. So, it's on you to work through them and learn what's best for you. What's up? What's up, G? 103 James? How you doing? Good to see you. If you like the content in Kitchen Medicine Cabinet, please subscribe. Join us, because I'm always just clicking that button and going live and doing something. We just made some skin healing cream for hubby and us, whoever needs it in this house. It helps with the lack of antihistamine people carry. A lot of people who have skin itching and stuff, they may take Benadryl or cetrizine, or maybe something else. Those are the 2 that I know for sure. And I made some for him with other essential oils, to help with nourishment, healing, and, if it's psoriasis, because, doctors tell you anything and they just give you creams, and it wasn't working. It's been working. So just being consistent, trying to, heal us all. That's all. Especially my family. Think about them first. Think about us first. And if it helps you, if it assists you, if you find some relief with the information I'm not just telling you, I'm showing you in the kitchen. Like, I got a cabinet full of herbs. I got a cabinet full of oils and tinctures that's been prepared. I've been learning for a while now. So it's like a passion that is like fully in my brain. I have so much information up there. It's crazy. So I'm just glad, it's helping with the fog brain. Missing my thoughts, my train of thinking, and then stuff like that it gets stressful. You feel broken. I absolutely felt broken. When people look at me, they wouldn't think that. But yeah, man, the bitch was feeling broken. So, and it had nothing to do with my environment. So when I was going to the doctor, they were pretty much concerned about my environment. And I'm like, my environment is healthy. I'm loved. Abundance. Like something going on with me. Doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. And a lot of that was internal, even childhood traumas and things like that. So again, the journaling and being mindful of your shit, because we say it a lot here. A lot of us came from some shit. And we can blame any and everything and everybody else for the shit that the elders in our family, allowed to happen or allowed us to go through, we got to see and didn't get no context, whatever. I can make a whole bunch of complaints, but I can't do that. Because it was my responsibility to learn once I became an adult, and that was only, 16 for me, 16 kind of on our own to some degree, not living in the house and all of that. So 18 fully. So you want to be grown, you better be self-taught. You better learn, be willing to. Hey, Mark Harris said I have a Whole Foods book on essential oils. Yeah, again, I tell people, Five Below, if you have that store, it is like a kid's store, but they sell a lot of nice books. I've got a lot of books from there, and it has a lot of great information in it. And when I do my research and find articles and things like that, the information is pretty accurate. I'm just saying. We always learning. When somebody say I fucking you know it all, oh you know it all, oh you must be God, huh? Yeah, I listen to what people say, more so on how they move. You can tell me anything, but I'm watching that ass move. I'm just saying. This is one of my favorites. I went to college at 30, and I went for early childhood instruction, and I got a degree. Didn't go into school to teach because $11 to babysit your kids. I'm not doing that. I'd rather be in the PTA and be in the class for free and be able to assist as I see needed versus telling me to control these kids' behavior. I can't do that. That's not my job. That's your parents' job. Y'all got to prepare your kids for school. But this is a prescription alternative book. It's kind of like added to my journey. So, damn, when was that? 30? It was 2009. So, it's been around a long time. Damn. So, I had this for a long time. So, anytime somebody's getting a prescription from the doctor and they call me or we talking about it and they say, I go right to my book. Like, girl, let me tell you. The omega-3 supplements. Let me tell you what foods you can eat to get that same omega-3. Because you don't know what's in those supplements. These manufacturers be lying. So we don't want to do that. Most diseases, ailments, any prescription drug you can probably think of is in this book. This is an older book. Like even the stuff now, I've seen the commercials. I tell you about the commercials. It's crazy with their pharmaceutical drugs. So like the Ozempics and stuff, yeah, it's just a new name. You know, the things that's in it are in this book. So I'm just saying, we may go over this one day. Y'all got some questions. Y'all have some questions about some prescriptions that you've been given. So like I said, I started this because the last diagnosis I was given was fibromyalgia. First of all, I had a total hysterectomy, so I'm absolutely menopausal. That comes with 50 to 70 symptoms, depending on you. I'm just saying. It can get crazy. But just reproductive issues growing up, endometriosis. I had dermoid cyst in the right ovary. Adenomyosis. I guess it's like little cyst clusters, cervix or uterus, not sure. So yeah, we got rid of all that. We're going to do that instead of teaching myself more on how to heal it naturally and holistically. I could have went that route first, but I didn't. Too much pain. Too much pain, my nigga. We want instant relief. And when you're dealing with that for a long time, it's no joke. So, you know, it's been a journey. I'm just saying. So when I see a lot of my ladies in distress, I want to prevent that. I definitely want to prevent other women having full hysterectomies, total hysterectomies. And a lot of women just lied to me. I hear so many women say, yeah, I had a hysterectomy, but I think I still have an ovary, or I think they left. How do you not know? How do you not know if they took your ovaries or not? How do you not know? So it was a struggle. I'm telling you, they ripped out the reproductive system, and that means it stripped my body of all my hormone fluctuation. Now my adrenal gland is struggling because it's trying to give me all of the necessary, hormones that my body needs. And it wasn't working. It was a year. I don't know. Y'all can probably look back at some of the videos or shows. I'm just like, I was just not feeling it. I got really turned off from y'all. Watching a lot of the shows, it's the same repetitive conversations. Like the picture is so much bigger. Y'all can't get in a functional relationship. It's not society. It's not everybody else. It's you. It's you. Maybe it's your self-reflection or the way you think, the way you move. We never want to point the finger back at us. And I'll do that shit real quick. So we're not the same. I know exactly why my gut was fucked up. I know exactly why my gut was messed up. I wasn't taught how to eat my nourishment. I wasn't taught. I got bullied as a kid. You don't eat nothing. You don't eat. That's why you're so skinny. You don't eat. How you don't eat vegetables? How you don't eat this? I didn't because wasn't taught. Nobody around me was eating like that. We was poor. Okay, I'm just saying. So, nourishment wasn't something that was, we were living in survival mode. So you're young and, that's what it is. And I won't shame or blame my elders for it. I'm going to, take the blueprint that they didn't give me and try to create one. That's all I can really do, because I appreciate what I did get from them. I'm just not one of those folks. I can't live in the misery of every fucking thing. It's crazy to me. I got to find some light, some optimism, That was my moral song growing up. Optimistic. Sounds of Blackness. Just saying. You need that book? I'm always willing to share, man. Put any prescription in the comments and I'll throw some info in there for you, for real, for real. Let me see. Mark said, my ex-girlfriend has endometriosis. I told her St. John's bush and red raspberry. Yeah, I got a whole chapter on it. Hey, baby, how you feeling? This one had to get rest. She kept the baby kitty last night. It's like a little baby.
Mm-hmm. It's very tiny.
I'm just saying. So she had to get some rest from being with the kitty last night. Yes, we got a new entry to the family. We still ain't give it a name yet.
Yeah.
The endometriosis is no joke. On top of the St. John's bush and the red raspberry for sure. Red clover, vitex. It's another name for it is chaste tree. And any of these things you only need a little bit. She can infuse the water. Try to eat clean if she's eating a lot of processed food. So endometriosis means she's estrogen dominant. So she needs to balance the estrogen. You don't want to get rid of it because we need it. But it's dominating. It's it's fueling the endometriosis. The endometriosis looks like dirty blood, sticky, and it's like connecting to other organs. So it can be really fucking bad. I never felt no pain like that before. Okay. So that's why. So just wanting to prevent other women from doing that, especially if they haven't been able to give birth or if that's something that they know. So many women are doing this and not having children, opting out of it. Because you can imagine if the estrogen is dominant, the effects that you're having, like on top of the pain that's going on down there, the head fog, all of the symptoms of being in like perimenopause or premenopausal, like it's really a fucking sickness. And I'm one of them happy people. So when I really started feeling miserable, I had to do all the routes, man. I had to get mental health therapy. I got me a man because a woman was, coddling. It's like, you're doing everything right. So, what kind of advice could you really give me? But a man was like, well, let's talk about what you said last week. I want you to reflect on this, that, and everything else. I'm just saying. So a lot of the times when we are dealing with that, it could be stresses that has nothing to do with you. Childhood stresses you don't remember. Just bad childhoods. A lot of these things affect us. People don't know they holding on to things. If you feel like you found resolve or understanding or you let go, no contact or whatever the case may be, your body still remembers. So, yeah, I had a lot of childhood trauma, pain, I think, just emotional upset, abandonment issues, not having a daddy around. Me and my husband both just said to each other, like, neither one of us had that space to fix our face to call anybody daddy. And that's something to sit with, and it's something that we're both proud of, that we broke those cycles. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna front. I fell in love with the nigga over and over again because just the daddy that he is. Like, it's not about being a father, but the daddy. And when someone tries to dismantle that or try to placate like that wasn't the case, man, I'm stepping in your face. I was there. I watched it the whole time. I've been around for 28 years. I watched the adult side of it. Because children, we can make our perception is a little different. Because you're a child. But as a grown person, that nigga was a superhero to me. Could drive 6 hours and 6 hours back in one day because you got to make a trip for your kid and drop him a hat and like all of that stuff. So, it's impressive. I think that's some info on here. This is my book I wrote. So this is a Reclaiming the Village Healing Workshop book. It's 20 chapters. It's 20 chapters. I had my first one in June. People in the community came through. You know, we had a good time, shared some of it. I ain't been able to get it published and all of that stuff yet, but let me see, because I do have our endometriosis is definitely something. Food never lies, y'all. Biology is it's there. Mm-hmm. Understanding that the root. That endo had you curled up like it ain't no tomorrow. I went to the ER a few times from some endo pain. I'm just saying. I think I might have told y'all that before. It was y'all let me know if it's TMI, but I share. It is what it is. How old was I? We had our first child so early 20s, maybe 24 or so. You know, we like being intimate. Intimacy is going down. Chick had a climax and pulled a muscle. Pulled a muscle. The ER? Yeah, I'm just saying. That was crazy. You heard what I said. Pulled a muscle. And the bitch ain't Jay. Alright, the endo ain't no joke. I had it, I didn't even know. Like, I was struggling from like 36. Nothing crazy, nothing all the time and, you know, every day and all that. But actually going through it, you know, because like I said, I'm a self-reflector. 36 and 49. And the only reason I knew I had endo is because I had to have laparoscopy to remove the left ovary and left fallopian tube because I had a dermoid cyst and it was getting too large and we didn't want my ovary to rupture. So let's take it out. And that's how I knew I had endometriosis. He said, oh, body full of endometriosis. I scraped off what I could. But there's a possibility it can grow back. I really didn't change much habits as far as eating. I've always been a healthy eater, but I still consume a lot of sugar. I'm just saying, sugar ain't no joke. So I definitely believe that had a big part to do with it. Because I really eliminated the sugar and I'm feeling a lot much more better, less symptoms. Haven't taken any estrogen to release like hot flashes and all that stuff for a while, almost a month. So as long as I give my body the things it needs, it may be okay. But I'm like I said, don't listen. We're going to pay attention to it.
Yeah, peppers.
I'm about to get off. So we need to go to the store.
You got chocolate?
I do, because I needed something to stay up.
No, because she doesn't like dark chocolate. She thinks it's disgusting.
Okay, she ain't gotta eat it. She ain't got to eat it. Natural supplements, replacing guide. Yes, you can.
I was wondering where these were.
They were there. They were there. Hypoglycemia.
Becker's thinking about naming him Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim?
Aww. And then when he gets big, he'll be our
I like Little Bear. What do y'all think of the name for the kitty? Little Bear? Tiny Tim? What else? Captain Crunch?
Captain Crunch.
That's Daddy. I said,
SpongeBob.
What'd I say? Mr. Black Bean.
Mr.
I got a lot of names. Black Bean. What is she eating? So, but she had water and she ain't healthy already. Can't stop them fully. I'm just saying. No. Really, really good.
Okay, well, this is fair.
I did, I'm gonna go check out Shane Sunday. But tell her to come through, pull up in here, you know, send my link to her. Let her go look through some of the content, especially on Shame Sunday. So I did the whole journey, you know, of this all happening, you know, vaginal care and hygiene and wellness, to me having a total hysterectomy in that video, the hospital, the treatment, everybody trying to help take care of me, me feeling like a bitch and all that. So trying to be really transparent because, again, womanhood is not a problem. You go through it in stages and phases, you know. Just being aware is what helps the most. My best friend took my advice. Now she's pregnant. Glory to God. All right. That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of these herbs help to regulate the reproductive system because, again, the sugar, the processed food will disrupt it all. Plastic we eat from, the plastic water bottles, the detergents, the body lotions, and all of that. You want your woman smelling good? Like, find another way. Some Bath and Body Works and all of those things have a lot of chemical disruptors in it and plays a big part. So think about your obsession with it and how long you've been doing it, and how long the symptoms have been there. I'm just saying. It's just a thought. I know that pain, lack of father, he passed away when I was 18. Never had the grown-up conversation, but I did forgive. Yeah. We have to be able to do that because I'm sure we've come across people we may need forgiveness from as well. So yeah, I definitely needed to do that. Yeah, I definitely appreciate my husband for, you know, a little bit more clarity from a man's perspective, you know, and I appreciate that because I probably would have just been the same bitch and miserable, you know, and used it against myself, you know. So yeah, it's definitely a plus to be able to forgive people. Tiny Tim, I love that. Yeah, I think Cypher said that upstairs. 20-year-old, I think she said that. Tiny Tim, let's see. Tiny right now, he might turn to be a big black bear. Something like a bear. All right. Somebody's been gifted a membership. Salute to you. Go check out the content. If you like it here, I'm just saying, keep it going. Sis said the candy. Yo, that candy. Candy. Just a little starburst at the end of the night. You know, a couple little pieces of this, a couple little pieces of that, you know. Horrible sleep schedule. It's real, man. It's real. So just pointing out some of the things that we doing to ourselves, you know, if you stop, maybe you might have some relief. That's all. Just a little bit. It's scary to see because I used to always say, like, I hated to see medicine bottles, but not just medicine bottles. All on people's counters, we have an abundance of supplements, and we think that's something different than like medicine bottles. You know, it's not pharmaceutical, psycho-altering drugs and things, but it's a lot to consume. That's all, and especially if the traveling minerals and things in your body is not working properly. So, hey, Gail. Mr. He said, throwing me some money. Just saying. Appreciate you. Working hard over there. Hey, cuteness. Thank you. My donuts. Yeah, you know what? Guess what? I picked up a Dunkin' Donut habit. I don't even know if it was this year. Beginning of the year, but I definitely was doing some donuts. Even if it was just like the blueberry with the glaze or that sour cream donut. So it's been a minute. I'm just saying. It's been a minute. I missed it. But again, over here, we're going to be learning how to make our own donuts. You know what I mean? Trying to get that taste, that flavor, but trying to make it at home. So that's where I'm at with this. I feel like I'm going to try to recreate it here. I picked up some of these too. I got some frankincense for sis. I got frankincense for you. But I got some myrrh. I'll send you that one too. This is the Jamaican blend rock incense. Smells so good, so pretty. So we'll be burning this. Burning my chalice true tonight. All right, I'm gonna send y'all a due. Appreciate y'all being here. Might pop on tomorrow and do the sea moss. I'll put it in a jar and soak it tonight so we can do it tomorrow. And grinding it up, put it in a pill thing, and put a little bit in your food. You getting it? I'm just saying, you gotta get it. And all that green stuff, the green leafy stuff, is packed with A, C, E, and K. A, C, E, and K. Lots. That's just a little bit. Okay. So try to switch up your game when it comes to your food. It was hard for me. It was not easy. I was a chicken and French fries type of chick. You know, we ain't doing lobster. I ain't trying to get all these greens and things. So, it was a little weird. So I had to do better. Just saying. See, Beezy is in the building. Appreciate you, brother. I was live. I made some skin cream for hubby. The base is shea butter and a lot of essential oils and stuff to help with, the lack of antihistamines. As you get older, your body is not producing as much antihistamine as it needs. And the doctors throw you on Benadryl, cetrizine, throw you the antibacterial cream and all that. And if that shit don't work, you're going to have to find a way, which we did. And the cream is keeping it at bay, changing up detergent, just switching up a couple things. So again, like I said, sometimes the solution isn't the problem. We say it all the time. Sometimes the solution isn't the problem. If we're having all these issues, we might have to start eliminating things. Ladies, when it comes to the reproductive system and the OBGYN, this is their process. They're just eliminating things. They have no idea what's going on in your body. They have no idea what's going on in your body. It's our job to know what it feels like, when it's happening, what we're doing that may be causing it. Only you know what you're eating. Only you know that you're not moving around and getting enough exercise. Only you know that you ain't drinking enough water. You're not washing properly. Like, it's some things that we just not doing. So if you consider those things, maybe the reactions and symptoms may subside a little, change, switch, you might notice or see, but you are the one that has to do that. Doctors ain't paying that much attention to you. They really don't care. They're supposed to give you an hour. They charge you for an hour, but they seeing you 15 minutes. I'm just saying, you waiting for 3 hours. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's bullshit. So I'm just here to give a little clarity. That's all. Y'all can join me when you want. Support the tribe. Hit a super chat. Cash App, T-shirts by Nikki. I'm here. I also put a wish list. Never did it before, but why not? We in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen all the time. I might need some utensils and things. Not utensils, I'm just saying. I do need a new ninja. But I put a couple things on the wish list. If you're feeling generous, feel free. Feel free to grab that for a sister. Definitely give you a special shout out. All of appreciate it, even the subs. So to all the new subs, I do appreciate y'all sharing my shit. I appreciate y'all coming along and, commenting and viewing, even if you're not. I see the views going up. So, thank you. Salute to you. Because I just want to teach. That's it. I ain't proclaiming nothing. I ain't trying to be the smartest. Somebody's always willing to share and teach me something too. So I appreciate y'all. My sisters, Red Lipstick Vibes, 18, Take Heed. Like, we share some stuff. So, anybody want to join me in the kitchen? Y'all know we will be inviting collabs. We'll have some collabs making some stuff real soon, some breads, whatever we feel like it. So hit the notification bell so you don't miss nothing. That's all I'm saying. All right? So to all my family over there on Facebook, come over and get some clarity. Get some clarity. Because my ladies is in their 60s, 50s, and 60s and just like looking for clarity. I don't want us to be this misinformed, misguided any longer. So if you listen to Oprah and Halle Berry, trying to start podcasts and talk about these kinds of things, feel free. I hope you get something from it. But here I'm really trying to bring some clarity so you can do what's best for you. And gentlemen, it's on you too. Okay, your hormones is fucked up too, and we need to recognize it and put it back on track. And it's really what we eat, and it'll balance it out. So I just suggest everybody get them some flaxseed. Get you some whole flaxseed and ingest it. Eat it, drink it, put it in your seed mix, throw it on your salad. Just take a shot of it with some water. 2 tablespoons will help. Okay? It's a lot of nourishment in those flax seeds on top of all of the other stuff I told you today. So, be mindful of what you eat. and know what affects you, the salt, the sugar. It's no joke. It's hard to detox from it too. You know, it's like going cold turkey off of cigarettes. It can be traumatizing. CBZ, I appreciate you for the $2 super sticker. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your support always. I hope you're well. I hope you guys have a great holiday. It is Monday, so we got a long week ahead of us. Don't stress yourself out. So we got to talk about the endo. We got to talk about the stress, that cortisol. We doing too much. Our bodies, ladies, are not meant to do as much as we've been fucking doing, and we feeling it. So we're gonna talk about it and bring some clarity to it, and hopefully you sit your butt down and meditate, read a book, and calm down, have some tea. All right, because it does all help. It really does. You know, be consistent and be kind to somebody besides yourself, because that's when true character shines through. We on tonight. Pull up. Wait, today's Monday. We not on tonight. Somebody might be on tonight, so y'all be on the lookout. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. All right. About to get ready to start making some dinner. Salute to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for pulling up and popping in. And throw some suggestions after. You know, put in the comment any names for the kitty. So we like, what'd you say? What did Mark say earlier? Because my daughter said she liked something. Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim. Little Bear. Captain Crunch, Onyx, I don't know. I'm just saying, we taking suggestions. We ain't land on nothing yet, as of yet. So the Harris Tribe, you know, we got a new kitty. So salute to everybody. I hope y'all stay well. Have a good week. And we check in this week. Don't forget, hit the notification bell so you don't miss nothing. Peace.